Mr. Tony is our faith-based organizer. For those of you that do not know him, and everyone knows Coach Eric Brown is our Baton Rouge organizer. Tonight, we will be tag teaming on this presentation. And so with that being said, I would like to turn it over to Mr. Tony.
Good evening, everyone. Again, I would like to echo what Ms. Nikki said. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to take a brief time tonight just to talk about virtual learning in EBR. We're well into the school year as it relates to COVID and virtual learning, and then the hybrid model. So we're going to talk about it. And I just want you to engage, be engaging. This is a free space, you have something to say, please say it. We want to make sure that our children are getting what they need, especially during this season of COVID. Next slide, Ms. Nikki. Okay, this workshop tonight, this evening, is designed to give us an update on the following areas: virtual learning, how your child progress is being monitored in the school system, how your child is being supported, making sure that you have the tools to support your child. Next slide, please, Ms. Nikki. Now, what I did, I spoke to some parents, some teachers, and some administrators in the school system, and these are the 3 questions that I asked them concerning virtual learning. What is working and why is it working? What is not working, why it is not working? And what can we do better? I'm going to, next slide, I'm going to read off one from a parent, a teacher, and an administrator, what I think sums up all the different conversations that I had. All of them pretty much wrote in what they felt as it relates to those questions. And you're going to notice that the parents, the teachers, and the administrators, they are very different in how they feel. And I want you to think about it to see, is anything relevant to you? Can you relate to any of these? The parent said this, and I assume the parent is in psychology, because she said this: I am not sure I can say what's working for the children as far as virtual learning. The amount of hours our children are expected to sit in front of a computer screen is extremely unhealthy. It also induces depression and hinders social skill development in primary learning. New skills and concepts, introductions is ineffective when there is a presentation virtually. She goes on to say technology approach is best used to enrich, not to basically teach. Children suffering from ADD and ADHD, which includes the majority of Black students, find virtual learning challenging at all ages. Children are better learners in the face-to-face interactive environments, period. We need to get these babies back into a safe learning environment ASAP. It is already pretty much she's saying our district is already failing. And so we need to get our children back into an atmosphere that will help them move to the next level. That was the parent. The teacher, and bear with me because she had a lot to say, and I think she summed up what everybody said in their letters and texts to me. She said, requiring teachers, oh my goodness, to students face-to-face and virtually at the same time, requiring teachers to be with students face-to-face and virtually at the same time is the biggest obstacle that she faces. Teachers aren't given 100% to neither the virtual student nor the student that's in the classroom, because they're splitting their time. In addition, the ESS, that's the exceptional student service. In addition, the ESS teachers are not getting enough support in the classroom, and requiring them to service students virtually is a nightmare. So ESS virtual teachers need to be, so ESS virtual teachers need to be hired as well. They have too many ESS classes without paraprofessionals to assist them. ESS teachers and students can can't effectively service the students. ESS teachers cannot effectively service the students. The third thing she says is making teachers to use frontline is an inconvenience and too time consuming. It looks and feels like the only people that are working in the school system are teachers. She goes on to talk about the classrooms are not clean, that Airmark is not doing what they're supposed to do, that teachers are not getting the support from the parents, nor are they getting support from the administration. The last person answering those three questions was an administrator. And he said this, what is working? The ability to afford each student an opportunity to engage in distance learning. Each student was assigned a Chromebook and access to a hotspot in cases of need for the internet service. Each student has the afforded opportunity to have an extended time on assignments and to work at a pace more conducive to their learning style. What is not working? He says this, full participation and student engagement. Complications with technology, that's a problem. Internet strength and access, depending on the location, it's hard for the kids to connect. Daily attendance, student supervision, hands-on learning, not being able to fully and effectively accommodate different learning styles. What can we do better? He says this, educate and communicate with parents and guardians. Community engagement, central office support. And that's an echo from the parent, the teacher, and the administrator saying that they need more support from the central office. Now, next slide, please. I want to ask you the same question. Same questions. Virtual learning, if you're a student, if you are a parent, an instructor, what is working for you with this virtual learning? Why do you think it's working? What's not working? Why do you think it's not working? What do you think the school system can do better?
How is my child's progress being monitored? Expectations will be set for students' achievement through assignment assessments. And that's evaluation of estimation of the nature, quality, or ability of someone or something. Families and students will receive assessments and progress reports. Students may receive support related to both students' well-being and progress. Students' progress towards learning targets is individualized education program, that's IEP, individual accommodation plan, IAP, and individual learning plan. You can turn to the next one. Okay, how is my child being supported? First, as a parent, I try to see that firsthand, and so I was basically seeing it virtually, how they were being supported. And right here it says families and students will have communication with their teacher, principal, and counselor. And next it says receive specific feedback on students' work and progress at least weekly. The next one is diverse learning, including students with disabilities, English learners will receive the same level of support and services to the greatest extent possible, aligned to their IEP, AEP, or EL plan, as they would during in-person instruction. While students will receive the same level of support, the specific support may be adapted to fit the virtual learning environment. Students may work with their counselors to update individual graduation plans, which is called IGPs, to ensure all students are on track to graduate on time.
So how can I support my child doing virtual learning? And that has been, honestly, it's been a big topic tonight. You know, one, it's really hard for parents to do virtual learning. Like Mr. Tony also said, you know, some of us haven't been in school in years. I haven't been in high school in over 20 years. Here are a list of things. Now, this is one thing I did want to mention. These standards that we are talking about tonight, this is coming from the state. So if you are a parent that still has a child doing virtual learning and you are not receiving the support that you need, you can call your district. You can call your school first and then call your district and say, you know, because this is state law. This is the state virtual standards that we're going over. So your kids are supposed to have a teacher, a guidance counselor, a coach to be able to help them through this schoolwork. So just keep that in mind. Having a daily routine with your students, making sure that they have a quiet space in order to do their work. You know, identifying with the school a learning coach that can help you through your child's schoolwork. Having your students set goals of what they're going to of their learning. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. The baby just screaming his little head off. Once your child is done with their schoolwork, have them reflect on what they have learned for the day. Providing a lot of encouragement. It's going to take, you know, us really encouraging our students through, especially when they're getting frustrated and not wanting to do it. Like my nephew, he just do not want to do this at all. But being creative about praising what he do will allow him to maybe want to do it more. And making sure that they take breaks, making sure they take breaks from the screen, whether it be the computer screen as well as the TV screen and the phone, you know, giving them breaks, because being in front of that computer all day long, it can cause a child to be depressed. It can cause a child to be overwhelmed. Honestly, it's information overload.
It says be patient and flexible with yourself and with your child.
Yes, give yourself some grace. Please give yourself some grace. Please give your child some grace. It's okay. You may not know it in the beginning, you know, but Google is a friend when it comes down to virtual learning. YouTube is a friend when it comes down to virtual learning. So make sure you use those tools to help you through this.